Hello, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. It is hot, it is humid, my hands are sticking. It's summer. Woo! Okay, so I'm gonna give it a second. I need to come up with like a theme song or something for this. If y'all watch Bailey Sarian, she's got her little I need something like that. I'm just not quite as creative. Is that super loud? I don't know. So we're going to talk about what not to do once you're under contract, and your lender will reiterate these things. Once you're under contract, things start moving pretty quickly, especially when you're in option period. There's a lot of stuff going on with inspections, whether that's just a general inspection or you're having contractors come out and look at things specifically. So there's a lot of things moving. Then you get through option period, and the rest of the back teams are doing everything. Title's working, lender's working, your realtor's working to kind of manage the transaction and get you to that closing table. So when you're in that waiting phase, while you're under contract and you're in underwriting and we're just waiting, there are some things that you don't want to do. Couple things. Don't max out your credit cards. Your DTI is going to affect what you qualify for. God forbid you get all the way to a week before closing and you have started buying furniture and putting it on your credit cards, you've taken out a personal loan. Your debt to income is totally out of whack and you may not even qualify for the loan anymore, because they're going to check all of that continuously as they're getting you to the closing table. Don't buy a new car. I don't know how much anxiety it gives an agent when their buyer shows up at closing and they've got this beautiful car new car with them, and you're like, what did you do? You just financed a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 loan while we're trying to get you closed on this house. So there are a lot of things that you don't want to do that could set you back. So thinking, most of it's, really all of it's to do with big spending and credit. Don't buy anything big like a car, I want to say boat, plane, anything like that. Don't buy anything big. Don't finance any big expenses. Sorry y'all, it's hot. I'm trying to get the wind in here. Don't max out your credit cards. Don't do anything crazy like that that's really going to throw it out of whack. I know that sounds silly to mention, but, and I say it to a lot of clients. They may be, we're a week away from closing and I'm getting pictures of all the beautiful furniture and decor and everything that they want to buy, and that's all great and dandy. But wait, because you don't want to go and spend a lot of the available cash that you may have. Even if it is extra, it could change your qualifying. It could change what you qualify for. So you really want to think about that. Don't be making those big expenses, because it's really going to affect that when it gets to the closing table, and your lender will reiterate that. But I just felt like it's something that I needed to mention, because not a lot of people think about it. You think, okay, I'm under contract, I'm just waiting to close. Unfortunately, that's not the case. Title's doing their investigation, but your lender's working to get you to that closing table. If you're a cash buyer and you've got an extra 50 grand, you want to go out and buy a Hummer, do you, boo-boo. But if you're not, if you're using financing, don't go max out your credit cards. Don't go buy anything big. Don't go get a credit card from Rooms to Go. Don't go and max out stuff and start adding up bills, because when they get close to closing, they're going to rerun those numbers. They're going to be checking your credit again. They're going to be looking at your debt to income, your available cash. And if you don't meet those qualifiers again because you went out and bought all your furniture already, you can't close. And we have a lot of tough conversations in this industry. Buyers are writing a lot of offers. We have to give bad news sometimes, but telling somebody they can't close because they spent too much of their own money that's a tough conversation. Guys, I thought that was a bee. This is a dandelion. Whew. I totally lost track of where I was. But that was what I wanted to talk about today. There was another one. I've gotten another question from people that when is the best time to buy or sell? I know it's our buyers network, but both. When's the best time to buy or sell? And I'm going to say yesterday, always. That's always going to be my answer. I personally am still working towards buying my first home. And I kick myself every day because I wish I would have bought 6 months ago. I wish I was in the position that I bought 6 months ago. And we just weren't. We were working through things and we were getting ourselves in that position. So it was always a better time to do it yesterday. But it's not a bad time to buy now. It's not a bad time to buy tomorrow. If you're in the position, if you're willing, ready, and able, there's never a better time to start building equity in yourself. Because there's nothing sadder than watching people rent and that money and that equity going to their landlord. We're even seeing right now, I don't want to say all the time, because I've only heard it for a couple instances. I don't do a ton of leases, I'm more in purchases, but I have heard where landlords are having their renters pay for any fixes. AC goes out, you know, oven stops working, the microwave broke, the fridge broke. If it came with a washer and a dryer, it broke. And in a lot of places, a lot of landlords are writing that into the lease now, that it's the tenant's responsibility. Not always, but you want to read that lease. So even if you're renting, it's not a bad idea to get an agent, because it's a tough market already. But you don't want to put yourself in a position where you rented a house because it was optimal for you, because you knew the landlord would take care of things that were broken and then they aren't. So why not put that equity into your own home, build your own legacy, and start working towards your own wealth? So that's all I have for today, and we will wrap it up with Jesse's Girl 2. If y'all didn't know, there's a sequel my husband introduced me to, and it's Jesse's Girl 2. So, all right guys, have a wonderful day. I will see everybody next week. Try to cool off. It's hot, it's humid, I am sweating.